So we're just working on the school project. You've seen the title, 150,000. This is the first year of 7 years that we got this one tied up for a big contract. So the first year is always going to be the painful year. We come in and do a full clean, and then the second year, third year, fourth year, we tidy up a little bit more, and then we slowly get it back up to a standard. So you see he's floating around. I've got a couple of people on already. You come meet the resident emu that we got in the farm. I don't know if he's aggressive, but he looks inquisitive. He's a little bit standoffish. I don't know, he might be playful. I don't know. Hey Todd, how you going? That's an emu. They've got a little farm in the school here and flowers and stuff like that. But anyway, we're on the big building. So this is a massive indoor basketball court. It's literally 4 stories high. At the peak there, we've got some little overhangs, so we've got an 80-foot knuckle boom around the side there. So basically, I've got the truck parked here, so it's out of the way, because I'm going to have to open this fence because they're doing construction inside of here. So I had this blocked off, so I'm going to have to pull this fence and a couple of these bays out, because I've got to get the boom up along there so I can get up to that big wall up the top there. We can only wash in there so much because they got everything going on in there, but they already know that. So this will compare you to that's my truck to the size of the building. So probably take me about half a day to do this building, because I've got, number one, I've got all the gear to do it. Number two, it's not that dirty. All these white fascias up the top here have got a little bit of green mold. I don't know what's on the roof yet. We'll park the boom up in here, and then we'll go up the top, and then we'll go right across the roof to get all that done. Then we'll do the same thing, is we'll park it over here and we'll head across the roof to get this one done. So a lot of that wall, we'll just X-jet a lot of that. So that way we can basically put the basket in the middle here, and we can spray 10-15 meters that way, and the same that way. Pretty much the X-jet will clean everything. We'll probably come down, we'll clean all this container for them, clean all the roller doors, and just get everything back up to a good standard. That's my 85 knuckle, which looks small comparison. So what we do is, I was cleaning with it yesterday. I'll show you the building I was doing yesterday. Basically just got a little strap on here, and then I just tie up my hose. Then I've got about 2 meters in the basket, and then we go up. See, this side's pretty easy. There's next to nothing up there. There's a few cobwebs and stuff. So we'll just X-jet the whole lot, and we should be able to give it a good rinse, nice and quick. On this side, so this is quite a large school. We don't do any of the concrete here because they've got the ground staff to do all that. So we've got all up in here. We're going to have to get up onto that roof there, harness up, spray up all the bits and pieces. So that's probably the hardest section, is getting around the back here, because there's no vehicle access. Yeah, see, I was fully trained in berms and stuff when I've been doing painting since I was 18. So I've got thousands of hours of driving those machines, and I've done jobs where they're quite detailed and they're hard access to get into. And the painting companies still come to me today to see if they can do a job or what type of machine they need to get it done with. So these are just the things like this field here, like I should be able to drive across there and then park my truck across there and pull the hoses in. But there is so many things that'll go wrong with that field if I drive over them. I wreck the grass. It's been raining. We've had probably nearly 100 mils in the last 2 days. So as you can see, it's just flooded, and that field is going to be as soft as anything. So I've already been warned not to touch that, not to drive on it. So we are not doing anything with that. As you can just see across the top of that roof, doing right across that face, we just got that section there. So there is a ladder mounting bracket. I think it's on this side. So this side here was put a ladder up, jump up on the rails, we'll spray down all that fascia and gutter. So all that type of stuff is nice and easy. Just pull out the X-Jet, soak it all up. Nice and quick, nice and easy. This girl gets cleaned a lot, so it's neither here nor there with, man, there's just tiny bits of cobwebs and stuff built up over the year. So we will be able to get the boom down into here to get over the top. So that'll get us on the top of that section. This is all the new building. We're not touching that building, but we will just knock in these gutter fascias right around for them. So once again, that's the top section there. So there's not much up there. So pretty much we'll get up on the roof there and we'll just run the hoses over, and we'll probably be even able to walk around the front from here. So we park the boom here, we should be able to walk right around there. So not too worried about that. 2 stories, I can spray all that from the ground. Got this new building here, so we're not doing any of this. It's not on the contract this year. This will be next year's job, but I'm still looking at it just to see, like, little sections like this I'll just hit with water while I've got the hose in the area. It's the little things like that that secure these contracts for a long time, because we've already tied this up for 7 years. So we'll wash it this year, next year, the year after. So there's your access ladder too. So I could put the ladder to there and then climb up there if I wanted to. But we're going to drive the boom in. What we'll do is we'll put the truck down there as far as possible, and then we'll drive the boom in and go up and over that roof. Make it nice and easy and simple. Because if we put the boom in this corner here, as you can see, somebody's already driven a boom in here. We put the boom in the corner, we can go that way, about 12 meters from the boom, and we've got a little mud wasp, paper wasp, native paper wasp up there. They're nasty little shits. So we'll knock all that down and we'll clean up all that, and then we'll drive down further, go up over the roof and head out to the front. Clean all this building up here. As you can see, it's quite dirty. It is heavily oxidized. You can see the fading in the paintwork there as well. So there's another problem. On my truck, I have a 26-foot ladder. in Australia, most of our gutter lines are 5 meters high. So you only need something that goes to 5.5. Other than that, most of the time, if it's big commercial like this, I'd rather get a boom out on site. I quoted 2 jobs yesterday. One, I'm going to need a 45-foot boom because it's 4 stories high. To get up on the back roof, there's a couple of little pop-out roofs on the top. And then the other complex is a 4-story with little pop-outs on the top as well. But that's containing of about 4 different buildings at the same height. So what they've basically got there is one of the buildings has got a row of shops right across the bottom, and then directly above that is accommodation. So they've really optimized rental income. And then out the back, so that's on the front corner of the block of land, so that's right around the front, so all the shops and stuff. Out the back is they've got a 2-story car park garage, and then they got 2 stories worth of accommodation above that. It's just insane building. That clean there alone is going to be, I'm trying to calculate it in my head, but it's $25,000-$30,000 clean just to clean all 4 of those buildings. Because you're going to need big access gear, you're going to need footpath redirection, you're going to need a ground guy pulling hoses around to make sure you don't run over them. You're going to need guy on the ground controlling all the cars so you don't hit a car with a hose, and just a lot of work that goes involved in those bigger jobs. So more money, more people, more organisation with those jobs. This one here, we can get away with just me running this massive project. Like this will probably take me about 10 days to pump through this project, but it is what it is, and I'm not complaining. It's good money, and it's over the Christmas break, so I haven't really got other jobs over that Christmas break because a lot of people go on holidays, so these jobs are perfect to fill in those slots. So this is where we were yesterday. We weren't meant to be doing this one because it's on next year's budget. But what we were doing is just hitting it with water because the boom arrived yesterday. So we're just knocking down all these cobwebs down around the bottom, around the windows, and all the ones down along there. You can see all that, and all the windows. So I didn't get up this far. Pretty much finished. Yeah, just pretty much finished just here. As you can see, it's all knocked down nice and clean. It's not perfect because we're just doing a love job just to tidy it up for another year. Otherwise, all those cobwebs would be double by the time we come in next year. So we're just trying to tidy up that while we have the boom on site. And Andrew's here. So reason for it is a few days. Yeah. So this is 4 stories on the back to that gutter's edge. So nice and high building. So basically we had the truck parked down there and we were running all the hoses, and I didn't want to run extra hoses to go further. We basically we went through and just knocked down all the cobwebs off the high gutter and cleaned it all up, getting it ready. So tomorrow we're going to chuck into that big building down there. Just going to go have a quick look. Andrew's just come past, the project manager. Morning, mate. You going home and do some mowing? Yeah. Oh, we'll just sit back around the pool. No, not much. I'm just setting up for that one down the back. Chop into that one today and then move down to that one tomorrow. Yeah, just doing a little survey of where I need to park and stuff. Yeah. No, too easy. Gotcha. Good fella. At the end of the day, when you're working with these big contracts, and we did the zoo yesterday, and just a little line marking job is where we started with the zoo. We basically did that one at cost, and we did extra arrows, extra lines. I didn't really talk about it while I was there because we had a lot of trucks and stuff. We had a massive 24-wheeler truck come through yesterday when we were doing the lines, and he freaking run over the lines because they're doing a big construction job at the zoo. I wasn't aware, Chris wasn't aware that the truck was coming in, because I said, if I knew the truck was coming in, I would have postponed it until next week. He's like, yeah, no, I didn't know. So I ducked back there this morning, and we hit it with the hot water, took off all the tire marks to probably 90% we took off. There's a little bit of paint left on the stones, but the amount of traffic that goes over that bridge, that'll wear that paint out in no time, because it's, Australia Zoo. It's a pretty busy zoo. So we made his life easy. We got the job done outside hours when he needed it done. We did extra work for him. And we're going to take care of him on the next job. He's already got 3 jobs that he wants me to come out and quote next year. So we've signed up as a contractor, and we're pretty much locked down that contract. So no one else can come in, because we're going to give them such good prices that they can't refuse us all the work. But we're not going to get all the work off the bat. It's going to be do this little section, do that little section. They're going to probably test us, how much we're charging, and where we're going with that. So, but that's what you want to do. You just want to do a little bit of time, and that'll lock down the whole contract by the time you get there. So we got this is our next block. So we're going to park the boom up in here, and we'll have to get all the way up on the roof there and do that top section, this little pop out, and I think that goes around the corner there a little bit. So the bottom section is not too bad. It's 2 stories. And then you come into the school from this point. So we can park the truck down here, and we're going to have to drag hoses in through here into the rest of the school. Because what we're doing is we're hitting them up as well. Part of our contract is we're just doing all the buildings for our contract. As you can see, basically come up here, and there's next to no work, really. It's pretty good, pretty easy. Our next thing is to hit them up for roofs. So this will be an add-on to our contract. That roof there, we can stand on this one here, and we can spray that with chemicals. So those type of roofs aren't a problem. It's just a matter of how do you get your hoses in, because you've got to park the truck down there, run your hoses in to get up to that roof. So you're going to have to run a long hose to get that one done, because the front of the school is way up there past that red roof, right there. So a little bit hard access, but the price that you can put on that roof is pretty good. But once again, these are little things. That roof hasn't been done for quite a while, so it might take a couple of years to win that roof or get them to spend money. You come up in here. Just got to be careful of these little areas because of the lockers. They're probably going to be made out of chipboard. So we're not going to spray too much water in these areas because we don't want to damage any of this. So we're just going to have to watch what we do here, we might just flick a bit of water on an angle that way and clean that. You got all this in here. That's all the new building over there, and then you got all these blocks down here. That's that big shed just down there. So when we park the truck down there, we'll have to do all those when the truck's down there, and then bring the hose through that side, and then whatever we can't reach, we're probably going to have to bring the hose down from the front. So you're talking probably going to have to run about 600 feet of hose to do a school like this. So number one, you have to have all the hose. And they're flying. I don't. You probably could, but it's just there's no access. Like what you would have to do is set up a little. If you wanted to, you set up a little trailer mounted system that you can pull in with a golf cart. So that is probably something we could think about later on. If we put the price on the roofs, because pricing those roofs out, that roof there could be a couple of grand. So if you could find a cheap golf cart for, $3 grand or something, then build yourself a little custom trailer. You could pull the chemicals into the school and then set up a little skid on the back and then spray it from there. Then pull it back out and then fill it up at the other fill-up point. So that's something to think about if you got schools like this all the time, or they want that done. So there is a fair bit of work here, but we'll just chop through it. I think this is, I was looking at this one yesterday. I think I can drive the truck down here. I've got a walkway. No, there's a walkway here, so I'll show you what I mean. So this is coming up to the front section. I have to check that, because if we can drive around the back there and then drive up here, drive all the way up to that point up there, we would have to reverse out. But that would make it a lot easier to wash all these blocks. So that's something we just have to look at, because I know my truck will fit on this walkway. Because you've got this block here. This one's pretty bad because a lot of trees overhang it. Because what I want to do is I want to do a little test. I'll do a little test on this roof where I'll clean half and then I'll leave the other half. And then I'll just show them what we can do. Because I know I can back the truck down on this walkway here. So we can back the truck in through the main footpath, down here, and park it here. And we can get other parts of the school from here. So I'm going to have a quick look down here, because if I can do that, it's going to save me a ton of time pulling hoses into areas that I don't need to pull hoses into. And it's all about doing the research. When I walked around the school, I pretty much just priced it up like I had to pull hoses around. So there's not much you can do. You just price it up like that, especially when you can't drive on ovals or drive on grass. You got all these blocks in here. This whole school is pretty much just going to be an X-Jet field day. Pretty much just hook up X-Jet everywhere you go. So that's why I bought my red trolley. Put the X-Jet on that, put the bottles on that, and then we just wheel that around everywhere we go. We just get a little hand connector and spray everything out. So what we're doing now is I don't even want to drive on that surface. You probably could, but I got a 4.5 ton truck, so I'd rather not. I'd rather just pull hoses around. So what we're able to do, if I look at that, is yep, that's the road that comes around the back there. We can drive up to here. Means we can drive all the way around to that point over there. Excellent. So that's a good little catch, because I know the footpath ends over at that block there, and I wasn't able to get the truck through that little section there because of the walkway. So that's even better for me, because this is heaps for the truck. We'll be able to drive over that grass there, so we'll be able to get it down into there. But yeah, we'll be able to drive the truck down to here. We've got these couple of sheds to knock in as well. And yeah, that's the main driveway. So this shows you the size of the school from here. Is you got the big shed, doesn't look so big from here. Got all the blocks there, blocks there, blocks there, and blocks there. That's all the high school area right there. And then you got the primary school all on this side, the swimming pool area, and all the primary school. Just that one goes back that way. So really large school. We've got the boom for 2 days to do those 2 massive blocks straight away. And they've got like all creeks and ecosystems and stuff right around the whole school. So it's pretty cool little environment that they've got going here. But yeah, I was really glad when we put the price in for this and we won this job. So it's a really good job. It's going to be ongoing work for many years, and it's over the Christmas break, so I can plan my holidays. I can plan everything else that I'm doing and be a little bit more secure every single Christmas, because that way I got a nice paycheck coming in every year. So these are the type of jobs you don't want to mess around with. You want to secure them and make sure you give them a good price. Take care of them on everything that you do, because you just want that. You want that recurring work, coming back. So from this point here, especially up on that roof, you can see it. There's a ladder on the left-hand side there to get up onto that top roof. So if we did need to throw the hose down from the back side, we could throw the hose down, climb down that ladder, wash all that side, but then we'd still have to get the extract bottle up there. So we're definitely going to come in from the right-hand side for that section there. All right, well, I've talked for about half an hour, so we're going to pull out the high pressure line and we're going to start cracking into this monster, get him done. Then we'll probably do something else for the rest of the day, or we'll knock off and go home, because we've only got the boom hire for those 2 buildings, and then the rest of it we're doing from the ground. So you have a good day, and I'll catch you later.